All right, so it says we're live. So welcome back, everybody. We're going to be playing the odd lighting game tonight and the can you see us and can you hear us game. But now that we're at a new time, yeah, the recording's going to be a little off and different. We got the odd lighting with the sun setting over here. You'll see me keep bumping the camera up, trying to adjust the brightness as it gets a little darker. So I see a lot of people has made it. I'm sure we're going to lose some tonight. Every year we do fall back with fallback and time change, and we'll spring forward in the spring. So we're going to stay at 5 p.m. Eastern now for the rest of winter, late winter, early spring, all that good stuff for our live streams. So hopefully everybody, yep, okay,
Yep,
we're
we're good.
we're getting this, can see and hear you good, so that's awesome. So welcome everybody. Looks like as usual, y'all have been very busy in the chat. Actually, I seen some of y'all started chatting like at I don't know 10:30 this
Oh,
morning.
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like this doesn't go back that far, but I already snuck on here earlier and seen
Oh
everybody
my
was
goodness.
chatting. So that's pretty awesome that we have a community of people that talks like that. And let's
Yes.
go ahead and say, Adam, thank you so much because they tend to roll off when they're made that far back. Not only did Adam jump on our video premiere today, the electric tractor video,
Yes, he
and
did. Made an appearance on there
yeah,
for
and
sure.
just loaded people up with memberships. But I see he's already done
Oh,
gifted
wow.
40
Oh
more
my
memberships on
gosh,
this.
Adam.
Adam, that's absolutely insane. Thank you so much. You're without a doubt one of the most generous, amazing people
Oh,
we've
thank
ever met on
you.
here. So speaking of Adams, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
Yeah.
So a while back, Crystal, our cheerleader, as we say, one of our moderators reached out to me and said, "Hey, what about like a, we have such an awesome community here on the live streams, like a family, we always call it. What about some
Mhm.
family shirts?" So my wheels got to turning, and Tiffany got to designing some stuff, and then Adam caught wind of that as well, and as he often does, made a very generous donation and said, "Hey, I'd really like to get that shirt thing going for the the family here, the
Yeah.
the live stream shirt, I guess we'll call it." And he wanted it to go out to quite a few people, so we did design a shirt. We're wearing them. I'll let
Yes.
Tiffany talk about it, and we've already got quite a few in the mail going to our moderators and a few other people as well. But here is our new family shirt, we'll
Yep,
call it, our
it's like
live
a
stream shirt.
family tree with some
Uh-huh.
people here, and then it's the TKCL family. And I'm not a designer, but I tried my best to try to come up with something, and we are working on some future designs. But yeah, this is our little family chat,
Mhm.
family shirt.
Yep. So, like I said, Crystal requested it. Adam kind of pushed the thing through, and here it is. We got us a new little shirt design that we're going to probably start wearing some on our Sundays. But it's basically, a Kelly's Country Life family shirt like that because we're always saying y'all are family. There's such a community, awesome community of people here, and you definitely see that on the live streams without a doubt. And then, of course, at the very bottom, we got the established in 2019 right there,
Mhm.
whenever we started the channel. So, Crystal, thank you for the idea. Adam, thank you for
Yes,
pushing that
thank
thing
you
through.
both.
And anybody that goes to our store and buys some of these, we appreciate it so much. Merch is not really a big money maker for us, so we don't hardly ever push it. But
But it's
whenever,
for those who want it.
yeah,
Yep.
whenever people request and want something like this, we'll do it. And there's been a lot of other requests for other designs as well, and we are working on those. By the way, links down in the description if you're curious about that. But again, thank y'all so much, Adam and Crystal, for kind of pushing and making that thing go through. And thank you everybody for spending your Sunday with us and being a part of this family and
Yes,
so
thank
kind and
you.
awesome.
Kathy, I'm wearing a large, by the way.
Yep.
She was asking, and Andrew,
I'm wearing a
is it a
2X.
2X? Yeah,
Yep.
because sometimes they shrink up or they shorten up on Andrew, so he would rather have them baggier,
Yep.
and then give it some room to shrink up in the dryer.
I'm
But
an XL guy, is what I typically wear, and 2X is still a bit big right now, but she's right. After you get several washes, which I
I'm pretty
wear,
sure mine's a large. Is it a large? Check it.
I don't know, yours might be. Yes, yours is
It's a
large,
large. Okay.
and I'm running
Yep.
2X,
And
but mine is a bit big.
these are unisex shirts, right?
Yes, they
Okay.
are.
Yep.
Yep. And that's the only one we're offering it in. It's just a typical t-shirt because to be honest with you, that's about all that ever does sell on the little bit of merch stuff we do
Yeah, we
sell.
did a couple different colors of the shirts,
Yeah,
but
seven different colors actually.
everything is the same color. Like we didn't change the color of the words, right?
No,
Okay. Yeah.
nope, everything kind of stays it's like a brownish black,
Yes.
and it works on about seven different color shirts that we have. All right, so let's scroll on down and catch some questions. See, Ian says, and evening all, love the time change watching from the east coast of the UK. Awesome. We know the time change is going to help some of y'all watch us. I see Miss Radmilla was just on, but she said it's 11 p.m. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. So she had to slip off, but she was getting on her early and chatting with you. We have people that kind of watch all around the world, Australia, New Zealand, all over Europe, everywhere else. So time change does help some of y'all, even though it's late over there. And we know it's going to hurt some people as well. It's just, it fits us. See, now we're not out here at dark right now,
Yeah.
trying to cook, fighting bugs, and eating at 8:30 at night, and then needing to get off the bed to get up and get our day started tomorrow. This really does help us out a lot, falling back this time of year. Plus, it's just so odd. I hate being out here whenever it's dark, even though it's like 6 o'clock. It just makes me feel like I want to go to bed and not have supper or nothing. All right, so let's scroll on down here. David, thank you so very much for an extremely generous
Yes,
donation.
thank you.
He says, I don't remember when Ruger's birthday is, but birthday bomb for the big boy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much. His birthday is July 13th, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I thought it was the 15th, and the vet corrected me the other day. Said
Did
no,
they?
said it's the 13th. I was like, well, I was in a couple days. It's pretty good, right? So it's middle of July. But
Yeah.
thanks so much. And the hilarious thing is, he's over there eating a bone right now. So we'll buy him some more bones without a
Yeah.
doubt.
Thank you.
So Andrew and Sankey wanted to know what's for dinner. By the way,
Yes, we did get the doggy bandanas. I'm sorry for being rude and not bringing that up last weekend.
Right.
We jumped off before I could mention it to you. So for dinner tonight, we are doing oh gosh, my mind just went blank.
I don't remember what you said you're
Philly steak
cooking.
and cheese.
Yeah, those things. I totally
Yeah.
forgot what you were cooking tonight.
Andrew has been craving some Philly steak and cheese, so that's what we're gonna do on the Blackstone tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's been a long weekend. We stayed up
Yeah.
way too late watching football last night. I probably should have took a nap today. I'm still out of it. Um, yeah, that was a long day. We had friends over. We smoked some ribs. They brought some food, did our typical cooking, and just kind of
Mhm.
hanging out, enjoying the beautiful weather. It's been awesome. So, am I still making my own sausage? I've done 2 batches thus far and really like it. I do. I don't make breakfast sausage. As far as venison goes, I see whitetails in your name right there, but I do make pork sausage and all. This year, I'm undecided if I'm going to attempt to make my own smoked link sausage or if I'm going to carry it to somebody. We shall see. Summer sausage and other stuff like that, I typically made in the past. But what I like to do is at least get 2 or 3 deer in the freezer. That's all of our burger and other cuts before I start kind of playing around with the sausage, so to speak. I used to have somebody that I loved their sausage and would carry deer to them, but their prices are literally bugs get in my face. Their prices have went up about 300% over the last few years,
Yep.
and it is now hundreds upon hundreds of dollars just to do one deer. Not happening. I'm better off going to the store and buying high quality sausage for what they're charging now. It just makes absolutely no sense, especially when you go through all the trouble and you provide the meat and everything else. It's like, oh heck no, we're not playing that game.
Mm-mm.
All right, so I figured we were going to be talking about this some on the live stream tonight since we posted the tractor video today. But it says I watched the EV tractor video. I'm not sure that would work for me. It's definitely not going to work for everybody, and it wouldn't work for me for a full-time tractor either. I was being honest about that. It's definitely not as strong in the PTO department as the diesel is. The loader is really strong. So somebody that would want to recharge on solar or likes the novelty of it, some people are just attracted to that. And somebody that wants to do a lot of loader work, it's got potential there without a doubt. No emissions. So if you work inside, like say a horse barn or something like that, I see uses for it. But let's don't get all political, people. I already see some people doing that in the comments. Just because we're showing a battery powered tool doesn't mean I give a you know what about the politics side of all this
Right.
stuff and everything else. People get so extremely passionate and worked up about that stuff. I mean, quite a few years ago, people probably were passionate and crazy and thought battery powered cordless tools were the dumbest thing ever. We need to stick to corded tools. Now everybody runs battery powered tools. There's no denying that the world is pushing toward battery stuff. Is battery replacing diesel? Not at all.
Right.
Not anytime soon. Probably not in our lifetime. Are there major advances and leaps in the battery department for all kinds of stuff? Yes, there's no denying that. And some people love that stuff. So if any of the political people are watching, let's keep that junk off the channel. We're just here playing with it, having fun with it before it moves on to the next property. There's always going to be a big diesel tractor here on the property. I work too long, too many hours a day. Battery technology is not there. But for a second tractor or for certain situations, oh man, yeah,
And there's just a
it's got
certain group
potential.
of people that are looking for that
Mhm.
particular,
Well, just
industry. So, I mean, why not just show it for them
yeah.
and.
Well, just like I have no use for a Tesla or a battery car. It just doesn't make sense to us right now. Plus, I need a truck anyways. But some people love it and use one every single day. They definitely have their limitations too. They don't drive as far as gas, and you got to stop more often, and it takes longer to fuel up, so to speak, with recharging. But there's no denying that company's booming, and those things are selling like hotcakes. It's just the world we live in. All right, let's scroll on down. Yes, I then got far behind again. So Sheila says, "Hi, all, love the shirts. Thank you to whoever
Hi,
gifted
Miss
me a membership
Sheila.
again." That
Hope
would
you're
be,
doing okay.
yeah, hope you are doing well, Miss Sheila. That would be Adam. He's literally gifted about 140 memberships today, and I'm not
Yeah,
even
the
joking.
membership Santa.
Yeah, the membership Santa. Between the other video earlier today and this one, like he's just been on a crazy roll. So we'll have to make sure we get y'all some sneak peeks and other stuff out on the membership side of things. Oh, let's see what do we got here. Oh, okay. Andrew Sexy says, "So glad you got him." Yes, I apologize last week for not talking about the little doggy bandanas right there. We kind of got a little sidetracked. And Tiffany brought it up after the live. She was like, "I should have mentioned that. I didn't never see your comment and apologize there."
Yeah,
She says, "They
sorry.
did comment." I can't read every comment either, y'all. So I do apologize for that. It's just the way it is. We got less people on tonight, the 153, so we'll catch probably more comments than normal. All right, let's see here. Kathy says, "Just ordered a sapphire blue t-shirt. I'm just giddy."
Oh, cool.
Well, thank you so
Good.
much, Miss Kathy. I'll make sure I get on there in the morning, and anybody's placed orders, we'll make sure they get out the processing and out to you. It typically takes about 2 to 3 days after you place the order before they'll go through the print department and then ship out to everybody. So
We
we'll
hope you like it.
yes, thank you so much. We truly appreciate you supporting us and being part of our family. I mean, that's what these are ultimately here for, these shirts. Let's see here. So Miss Sheila says, "I don't want to bring everyone down, but it's awful." She's talking about, her condition and her medical problems going on. So hate to hear that, Miss Sheila.
Sorry, Miss Sheila. We're
And
praying for you.
yeah, speaking of, since we're on that subject, we always talk about our family and people hurting and needing help and prayers and everything else. I know a lot of y'all talk and like physically help each other. It's so awesome. But I did reach out to Mav's wife and got an update. She told me she was more than happy for me to let everybody know. But Mav used to be a big part of our live streams, and we used to cut and pick on back and forth to each other a lot. But Mav's doing not so good, y'all. They had to be resuscitated last week. They kind of lost him for a second, and he is now back fully 100% in a coma. Not responsive at all. It's just a waiting game. So Mav and his wife and family and all needs big prayers if y'all truly do believe in that. So he's not doing well at all. Hated to hear that. I know his wife's got to be going through a heck of a lot right now. I don't know if she's on tonight or not, but she did respond to me via email, and y'all did ask about him last weekend, so I wanted to get you an update there. Let's see here. So this grid just isn't ready for everyone to have plug-in cars and tractors every night. I agree with you. 100% agree with that. I think a lot of industries are pushing probably some of this too fast, and it really isn't that the technology is moving too fast. It's that, well, we've known that we've had outdated and junk grids for decades and decades, and nobody seems to be doing a whole lot of infrastructure update when it comes to that stuff. And what's crazy is in our state, we get a tax, is what I call it, where we literally pay almost $30 a month on our bill, whether we use electricity or not. And it's kind of considered a grid maintenance fee. It's supposed to be for upgrades and taking care of it. Yet you never seem to see that stuff, it seems like. I don't know where the heck it goes. All you keep hearing about is our old failing national grid and blackouts and brownouts and everything else. And where's all the work? Where's the money getting invested and all that stuff? Electricity runs everything. Like we absolutely need to get into that, fixing that kind of stuff up. But I guess that's just some of the stuff that we all have to deal with. So Kurt just jumped on from Southeast Louisiana.
Welcome.
Oh, and he said, "Was Tiffany cooking?" We'll probably have to update that again, but we're doing Philly cheesesteaks
Yeah.
tonight. I've been requesting them, and I want something. Let me bump this camera up, y'all. The sun is setting. Whoa, let's don't go that bright.
So we have some shirt questions.
Go ahead.
Chris wants to know, do we have a tank top for his wife? I guess we can go in and add that. Like, is that
We'll have
a
to go
problem?
design one. All we did was just t-shirts because I'll be honest, we did a lot of designs in the past. Takes quite a while putting all that stuff on there, and then you pay monthly fees and everything else. And all that ever seemed to sell is t-shirts. We've only sold just a handful of tank tops, but we can get on there and probably design something up.
And then some of the larger size shirts. It
So
didn't give us an option for that, right?
well, depends on what company we go with. Right now, they're going up to 3X on the company that I have. I know some people were requesting 4X. I'm not seeing that option available. I don't know if they're just out of it. I've seen 4X before, but the way that we do this print stuff, we don't just use a single company. We can pick from a pile of companies. So I have to go kind of filter through them to see who's offering what's in stock. And sometimes shipping gets outrageous. Like their company may offer a 4X or 5X shirt, but the cost of the shirt or processing or digitization and shipping, some of that stuff's just so ridiculously high. I'd have to charge $30 for a shirt. Nobody wants to pay that just to make a couple bucks, you know. It gets complicated, but we'll look into that. I know bigger sizes have been popular, but 3X seems to cover the majority of people, and the current company we're using does go up to that. Let's scroll on down here.
Chris, why did you go there?
Oh Lord, I ain't made it down there yet, but there ain't no telling. There is no telling what he just said. I'll get down there eventually. All right, so Barbara and everybody else saying we need a Kelly's Country Life family reunion. We may have
Yeah,
to
right. That
pick a
would be
spot
nice.
somewhere one day and do that. Chris says free power. Get out the old push mower. That ain't free, by the way. You're running fuel in that. Maybe if you're
Or
out there,
maybe one of them blade mowers.
yeah,
Maybe that's what
a
it's,
push
yeah.
reel or something like that. So yeah, I would love to see you come mow our 50 acres with a push reel, Chris. That would be awesome to see. So Rob says, I'm glad you're able to stream earlier, but I dislike changing my clocks. Yeah, we had to go around and do all that today too. Luckily, your phones automatically do that, as I say. But yeah, we still got to go around the house and start flipping everything back. Don't forget, we'll have to do that in our vehicles tomorrow and everything else. Holy smokes. Miss Lee said her solars went online and her electric bill went down $700 a month. That's how much it went down?
My
What?
solar went online.
What the heck, girl? How much you paying for electric over there? Holy smoke. I would die if I had even 700. You're just saying that's what you're saving.
Yeah.
First of all, that's an awesome savings. But second of all, oh, you poor thing. I hate that you're paying what sounds like far more than 700 a month. Oh my goodness. I, I mm. I like more like $100 a month with no solar and free with solar. Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say to that. I would absolutely die here if my bill was that high. Oh my goodness, which I know y'all's electricity over there in California is outrageous,
crazy.
but I think y'all get really good kickbacks and credits and stuff for solar too, so that helps. Let's see here. Julie says, had you on in the background having to keep an eye on sourdough, rye crackers in the oven. Boy, everybody's doing some cooking and stuff tonight. So Jason says, yeah, we need the 4 or 5XL shirts. I'm going to have to try to find a company to do that.
All right, I'll get on him about that.
Yeah, yep. Let's see what else we got to go. When's the new channel starting? Gloria and Hammer wants to know. Tiffany, I'm assuming they're talking about the cooking channel, obviously.
Probably, I would think at this point, at the beginning of the year.
We'll see. We've already got a couple of cooking videos recorded. They're just kind of basic ones that we don't think there's a lot of excitement with, but it's things that y'all want to know.
Are we even going to use those?
Yeah, we might as well go ahead and sprinkle a few of those in. We may start it a little early, but we've got a whole new route that we're wanting to take with that, and it's going to take some time to kind of get everything where we need to be. This all makes sense here in the next couple of months. We got pretty big plans and ambitions for a new channel. Things are getting a little stagnant around here. It honestly feels like, so it's time to just freshen it up and try something new. But it's going to take us a couple months to get there. So I would say at least a couple months. We may sprinkle some basic cooking stuff in before we get to that, but it's coming. It's coming without a doubt. All right. So Robert, thank you so very much. Somebody's going to blow their truck up here on the highway. Goodness gracious. Says Diesel and Fence Fun. Boy, is that one heck of a fun right there.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. The fencing that's coming up is just going to be insane. That's something we absolutely got to get on. And we want cows and goats and everything else so bad here to kind of make this place a little more self-sustainable. Chris says, oh yeah, there's Chris's comment. If y'all really want a good laugh, go back and watch some of the first few live streams and videos. Thanks, Chris. So sweet. He's always so sweet.
Thanks for that.
Do yourself a favor and don't go back and watch some of the
I'm
first.
streaming on a cell phone in the shed over there.
Yeah, living in a camper, streaming on a cell phone that had horrible signals,
The
always
struggle
dropping.
was real.
The struggle was for sure real. We have come a long way. We actually got real mics
with
now.
The live stream, anyways.
Yeah, and a real camera. Yeah, we're still trying to figure everything else out. Oh, always so nice, Chris. You can always depend on a good, sweet comment from him. Okay, what else we got going on here? I'm reading. Y'all bear with me. Glad Be glad you don't have service with FP&L, Florida Power and Light. They are very expensive in the area of the Florida they serve. Yep, never
Mm.
have had them anywhere we've lived. Typically in this area, the big player is Duke, which we don't have. We've always been on small electric co-ops. They tend to play relatively nice. Now, our last electric co-op we were at, I couldn't stand them. They never pruned trees. You lost power anytime you had a storm. It seemed like it'd be 2-3 years before they would send trucks out and prune things back. And this new company we're with now seems to be doing a much better job of that. And we don't lose power nowhere near as much as we did with the old co-op. So I guess just all in the hand you dealt and where you're at. So Miss Lee says, okay, she's got a hybrid car, plug-in hybrid car. Haven't been to gas station since June. Drove over 1,400 miles. Well, that's awesome. I want to see someone do a hybrid tractor. I think that'd be cool. So you actually got a small engine that can charge the tractor, and it mainly runs off of electric. They can play it both ways. That would be really interesting. Something that I would like to see, but who knows if that's ever coming. All right, scroll on down. Oh, they talking about gas. She says they're paying $6 a gallon. 6 to 6.50 a gallon. Cool. What are we
Mm.
paying? 3.89, something like that.
It's actually went down over the last couple weeks. Some places it's like 3.40. So
Which I ain't happy with, but I guess that's a whole lot better than
yeah.
6 and 6.50. Ouch, my goodness, it's so expensive out there. So everybody's asking where Cash and Crystal is. Good question. I haven't seen Crystal, and she said she was going to be on here at 5, but I haven't read every comment either. Cash has to go run some errands and take care of a few things. He texted me not long ago and said he would not be making the live stream tonight. So let's see what else we got going on here. Shane says, new sound card and laptop fun. Well, thanks, even though I got a relatively new laptop. So here's the funny thing. Earlier, I could not get audio at all whenever I was watching the premiere with everybody. Nothing on the laptop. I had to do a full restart and I got it back. So it
Hmm.
must be a software issue or could be a sound card, something like that. First time that's ever happened. Not exactly sure what went going on there, but I was able to turn the volume up on my phone and chat with y'all. By the way, everybody that watched the premiere with me earlier, first time ever doing one of those, gave me a live chat feature. It kind of cut off abruptly at the end because live chat only runs for a certain amount of time after a video. I didn't really know how long that was going to be, but now we'll know if we ever do some premieres in the future. We'll probably save premieres for stuff that's like relatively exciting or something new, fun, something
Sure.
we're springing on you, something like that. But I apologize if I was chatting with everybody and then it said the live stream is ended. I was like, well, I didn't get to tell nobody goodbye or nothing because I didn't really know when it was going to do that. But it looks like it might run for about 5 minutes after a video cuts off and then done. I think the live streams are similar from what everybody else is telling me. So I'll keep that in mind next time. So apologize if somebody asked a question and I didn't get it answered. Oh my. Joe says Duke just increased them
Mm.
44% this year. How the heck do you justify that? And everybody's got to have power. If our companies start playing with us like that, you are going to see me get unbelievably serious on solar. And I just bought 40 new solar panels, so I'm already taking it pretty serious. But we'll be upgrading equipment and all. 44% increase on power. Yeah, that's a good reason to go ahead and start justifying solar for sure. That solar's got a pretty long payback for a lot of people, but when you start seeing hikes like that, oh no, it gets paid back a whole lot quicker than you may realize. Oh, everything's getting more expensive, y'all. I mean, everything. Inflation is here. Just going to the grocery store makes me sick to my stomach. I go look at steaks and sausage and everything else, canned goods. I cannot believe how expensive everything has become. Something's got to give. So Julie says a video idea. You should drive the same route as after the hurricane to see the differences. Honestly, these crews have done such an amazing job of cleanup around here. When you're driving around, you about can't tell there was a hurricane anymore. They've got so much stuff cleaned up, other than you could see
Yeah, there
area.
still is some areas that
Yeah,
need
you can
more.
see areas where trees used to be and stumps left and stuff like that, but all the cleanup stuff's gone. They're still picking up power poles and transformers. Now, what still doesn't look good, shockingly, the interstate. They've still had the interstate closed down to one lane, still
Mhm.
cleaning up all the trees on the side of that. I thought that would have been the first thing they got cleaned up. Still, here even a couple months later, I'm hearing it's not looking too good, but I never go on the interstate anymore. But I've had a couple friends drive it recently and said that they're still cleaning up everywhere. Uh-huh. Everybody's talking about their gas prices now. Boy, that's a sensitive subject we can get people fired up on, can't we? That and electric tractors, I've noticed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. So Gloria said Hammer is home resting. That's exactly right. So Hammer had I was talking with a couple of y'all about that this week via email, but Hammer, I know, had another episode and is now back home. That is great to hear. There's absolutely somebody else that could for sure use your thoughts and prayers. We got a lot of people that's really struggling right now, y'all.
Glad to hear he's home resting.
Yep. Stay home this time. If you're listening, Hammer, stay home. Glorious. I said, Hammer, quit going to the hospital.
Oh.
Get better. Oh, let's see what else we got going on. So are we willing to talk about our plan on selling firewood? Yeah, I don't think there's nothing secretive to keep there. It's not like I got some major business plan I don't want somebody stealing, but honestly, we're going to run cool equipment. I love doing that stuff, and we're going to make firewood. We're going to sell some next year, but there's just not a whole lot of money in firewood, to be perfectly honest with y'all. What I want to pursue is roadside stand. Those seem to do really well. Bundled wood, which dramatically increases your profits. And I want to go talking to some restaurants and other people for cooking wood. I'd love to have big bulk cooking wood orders. There's really good money in that, especially when you do like premium type wood, barkless, all that good stuff. And I would like to. I do have something kind of special. I'm not going to talk about too much, but I want to get into specialty smoking and cooking woods for people, so somebody can call up a custom order of oak or cherry or whatever they may want around here. We can have some hickory and other stuff like that. And I want to be able to do any size that's requested, from chunks like for my master built to say 8-inch pieces for small Oklahoma Joe offsets and things like that, to 12 and 14-inch pieces for solo stoves. I really want to get into that. It's extra work, it's extra equipment, but there's more money to be made right there. That's the kind of stuff I really want to get in. Plus, honestly, y'all, there's so many other firewood channels out there, everybody doing the same thing, splitting firewood. I appreciate y'all actually do watch our firewood content quite well. It's cool equipment, but I don't want to do the same old thing. We're going to continue to split some and record it, but we're definitely going to be taking some different avenues and routes that a lot of other people aren't for the content, and to try to get a little extra side income in, which we need to make this social media thing work. Let's turn the camera up. No, it is getting darker quicker. What else we got here? So Santa Claus, yeah. Santa Claus, which is Adam, by the way. Now nobody's recognizing this anymore. He said, I get a first look at the next premiere. For some odd reason, I had that tractor video completely unlisted where nobody's allowed to see it. And Adam somehow was able to watch it. Somebody said it's the perks of all the donations he's done. So YouTube must have gave him a pass. He literally watched it, commented on it, and I'm looking at it and it says it's unlisted and
That's
it's
crazy.
private. I'm like, how is this possible? Somehow.
Yeah, it's funny.
So needless to say, when it went live today, he said first, and it was like 6 days ago. His comment, there's some Crystal, I think, was asking, like, how is he first 6 days ago? Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out myself. All right, let's catch a couple more comments here. There was one. I hate this way this thing just shoots down to the bottom. Okay, so you're on to something here, Rob. I've been having to be very quiet about this. Sometimes I can't say things because, well, it hasn't been released to the public. But he says, will you be doing a review on the new EcoFlow Ultra that's coming out? So for the people who don't know about that, y'all know that I love solar stuff. Y'all know that I 100% love EcoFlow, run their products. I think it's one of the best companies in the industry for portable stuff. And they just announced, and I think there's going to be a big announcement tomorrow, so I'm going to be careful what I'll say, but they have a new unit coming out that's like going to be the baddest thing there is out there. So yes, trying to get my hands on one. Going to try to do your review. I think there's going to be some more public information released tomorrow. I see they got a little web page out right now. It's kind of hinting around to it, so I got to be careful what all I say. But that thing is amazing from what I see on the specs. Nobody even comes close to touching its capabilities. It's going to give full on the wall DIY systems a run for their money. It really is. It's without a doubt the most capable thing that I've seen. So be looking for some more information on that from them and from me. Yes, I will be looking into that. And I still work with them, get all the updates, and I really do enjoy working with that company. We're going to be cutting back a lot of that kind of stuff on the channel too. I think I'm going to probably just exclusively work, would say them, cutting back on a lot of this other stuff, so we're not just constantly plugging you with review videos and everything else. And we're going to try to take the majority of our stuff off grid with some of the stuff like that right there. And I got to get on some more solar content for us. These 40 panels I bought, I need to get on the roof because I'm trying to get my electric bill cut back, and there's some certain cool projects that can go along with that as well. And y'all seem to be responding to the solar DIY stuff more than about anything else. I got to get the views too, or I don't get paid. All right, let's see what else we got. Oh my goodness, y'all are scaring me. Now Tripping says over in Panama City, which is only a few hours that way for us, said Gulf Power, which is part of the Southern Company, was purchased by FP&L, and their rates went up tremendously. He said $700 a month bills is not uncommon over there. And
golly,
oh buddy, I can promise you, you know me, if that happens here, y'all are going to get killed with a bunch of solar videos, and I will be down to 1 meter, and that's all I'll pay. I will stick it back to the man if they're going to try to do crazy hikes like that on us. No. Nope, ain't playing that game. Glenn, man, Glenn, you always got some good ones. He says, electric tractor. Who would have thought that? What's next? Electric golf carts? I see what you did there. Man, I've heard rumors of electric golf carts. I think that could be thing. I've even heard of electric forklifts and some other stuff. Gonna be crazy out there.
Crazy. Who would have thought?
So I lost the comment again. Fernald says, Mark here says, FYI, I've been loving the American CLS log splitter I picked up from Honeoye. I can never pronounce that name. New York last month. Really appreciate you reviewing it on your channel. That is awesome. So which model did you get? Did you get the Highboy? Because they were telling us that somebody might have bought the Highboy. Here's the cool thing, y'all. Mr. Larry, who owns that company, y'all know I've been trying to do a little more American stuff here recently. They actually come down and visited us all the way from New York.
Very nice people.
Very nice people, even though they were already in Florida for kind of their snowbird activities is what I kept joking around with him about there. But he actually drove several hours up from South Florida where he's staying right now, stayed with us for hours, him and his wife. Awesome, great people, so passionate about his company. That's why I really wanted to work with him. I actually turned down some other really big companies that everybody else works with, if you know what I mean, because I really liked how Mr. Larry's passionate about his small American business, the people that it supports, all that stuff. So glad you're enjoying your splitter. I'll let him know that we got a good positive comment back, and let me know what model you got. I'm curious about that. Oh, let's see what else we got going on here. Reading. Everybody's talking about Santa Adam. So Cooper the Great says, loving the new Showtime. This is the first time I've been able to actually watch a live. Awesome.
Oh, good.
We're happy to hear that too. We know some people don't like it, but a lot of people do like the time change right there. The people that it's really messing up, it's kind of helping some overseas, but I know it's really hurting y'all that's over on the West Coast, like California and all that, because it's probably right in the middle of your Sunday nap time. You trying to run errands or do some stuff, just got back home. I know it's kind of an odd time for y'all, but I appreciate everybody tolerating the time change. It just really benefits us this time of year. What else we got here? So Lauren says, hey, I ran a battery powered forklift 4 years. Oh yeah, I know those things are really, really popular. That and propane and other stuff that they can run in factories that doesn't put out too terribly much emissions, which I guess propane in a sense does. It's a combustion engine. Yep, Miss Lee wants to know about the mani-pedi yet. That did not happen this past week. I think Tiffany's got a pretty big schedule this week. So I don't think it's going to be on. No, I know it won't be on the agenda this week because I actually got to go help mom and dad patch a roof and some other traveling. Possibly we can look at it the next week, but I promise you, we're going to make it happen. I am a man of my word. I will make it happen. So Shane, thank you so very much. Holy smokes. Y'all too loud. Golly, right in my ear. He says, Dove Candy Fun. I never heard of that one before, but I know exactly what you mean.
Awesome. Thank you.
He says, or anything that blows your skirt up. All right, Shane, awesome. Like your terminology there. That's awesome. So thank you. That's such an extremely generous donation right there. Can't thank you enough for that. And your constant smart comments. So there's a logo right by, or logo. Logan right behind him, it says fish and fuel fun or deer freedom seeds. I tell y'all what, I think we need to start back working on some armadillo seeds because I have been wiping them critters out here lately. And yes, I've got footage. Yes, I'm going to make a video for the other channel for the people who want to see that. And I want to do a follow-up review on that thermal too, because that video has done very well on our outdoor channel. A lot of people keep asking comments on it. And I just checked. I think I've had it 14 or 15 months now. So it's a good time to do a review. And I pull it out several times a week. And I haven't seen any more hogs. Some people were asking about that as well. Thank goodness, no hogs. They were just kind of passing through because I was afraid I was going to have to move that thermal over to something else and start working on all these hogs. I do not want hogs here digging our yard up at all. So let's see here. Nick H here. So glad I was able to get a chance to catch it, watch a live stream. Awesome. Happy all these people are getting to catch it now. I guess with the time
Yeah, I
change.
guess we get a new crowd on tonight,
Yeah, I guess we do get a new fresh crowd. He says, I absolutely love your channel and everything you do. Keep up the great work and hope to catch the next live stream. Nick, thank you so very much. Truly do appreciate you. Tell y'all what, give me 1 second. It's getting dark enough. I'm gonna go turn the lights on. So y'all can actually see me, and then we're gonna move the camera over for Tiffany to do some cooking, and I'll keep answering y'all's questions. I love this time of year. It feels so good. Looks like it's about to dip into the 60s. Can I get right beside you and put the camera up here for a second?
Get out of the kitchen. Get. Go.
Zoom that back out. All right, I think y'all can see everything good enough right there. Y'all, we actually, some people made fun of me. We're in Florida, but we actually had frost this week. Frost.
Yeah, we did have frost.
Like, you don't have frost in
Unexpected,
Florida.
yeah.
Like, it was the day, what was the day after Halloween? I guess a few days ago.
Yeah, I think
That
so.
was so unexpected. Luckily, looks like some of your flowers have taken a beating. All your flowers are fell off.
I mean, those do that anyways.
Okay.
But yeah, everything looks good for the most part. Nothing really got bit,
That was
thankfully.
absolutely unexpected. I was starting to think maybe that means we're gonna have a cold winter, but I just looked at the long range forecasters. They're all telling us we're about to go on a heck of a warm up spell. I was like, of course. You can't never figure this stuff out. We'll get one early frost and probably nothing else. Watch. And there's no rain. We need rain so bad. I can't remember the last time we've had a rain. And the next 10-day forecast, I don't see anything. So have I tried my old high gain antennas on the other side of your house from your router without mounting them? No, I have not tried that. I'm assuming you're trying to think so I could pick up 2 different cell towers to potentially increase range. Problem is the other T-Mobile cell tower that I can think of is so far away through so much woods. I don't even think I could reach it now that I really think about it. I don't know if that would help me out at all. Since internet's been working and hadn't been cutting out, things have been normal. I just haven't really touched it. Just got so much other stuff going on. I did go out there and check some connections and all after the hurricane because we were getting killer speeds before the hurricane. After the hurricane, there was a lot of tower damage. We lost cell phones, everything. And I have not got the same speed since. And I was checking all the connections on my antenna. Obviously, the router's inside, nothing really to go wrong there. And I still don't have as good a speeds as I once did. Now, with that said, we were watching a football game on TV yesterday. We were watching another football game on a tablet, streaming music. We can still do all that just fine. But I don't think I'm going to worry about speeds too much more until we get fiber. Oh, I cannot wait to get fiber. Say we're supposed to get it next year. We'll see. Then we're going to have crazy speeds.
Move. All right, if y'all missed it, we are doing Philly cheesesteak on the Blackstone tonight. Nothing too special, but it's been a while, so we were craving it.
Who the heck don't like a Philly cheesesteak? Other than probably Cash, somebody, because you know him. Hey, I don't like peppers and onions. Cash don't like nothing but meat. And he's not here, so we can pick on him. So Iowa Tree Surgeon says he went with a Wolf Ridge manufacturing splitter. Company's 3 hours away. Great people, 28C. Don't blame you at all, buddy. They seem to have an awesome piece of equipment. Good made stuff. I know a lot of people run their stuff. I would be absolutely thrilled and pleased to own one of their pieces of equipment. I think you made a really good choice right there. Andrew's wearing a skirt. We need to see it on video. That is something. I don't know what y'all are talking about, but you ain't going to see that. Oh, probably because somebody said whatever blows up
Oh,
your skirt, says Shane. Somebody said, is Andrew wearing a skirt? No. And you're not going to be seeing that on camera. I do not own one, will not own one, not even for Halloween or dress up. Not happening. So Robert says the reason I asked about selling your firewood, if you have state parks, RV parks, or campgrounds, try checking those out. That's absolutely on my list once I start doing more bundling wood and smaller splits. No parks really around us that allow camping, not within driving distances. There are state parks, I should say. There are a few RV parks. None of them are huge, but I will hit them up. Problem is, I won't be the first guy. Chances are somebody already sells there. So I'm going to have a limited market I can work into. We're just going to see how it all goes. I'm not depending on this to be full-time income or anything like that. I may not sell anywhere near what I thought, or I may get so much request that there's more requests than I can actually produce. I'm not trying to go into this full-time, but if I can make a few thousand extra dollars a year, making content, selling this stuff, sure, it's a good side hustle. I've always said I don't want to ever fully trust social media. The world's too crazy. Too many things can happen. I don't want all my eggs in one basket because I could wind up losing social media one day, hacked, locked out, something. And then I'm sitting there going, I've lost my main means of income. What do I do? I want us to start getting to where we can do a lot of stuff, whether it's dump trailer can earn me some money. Tractor can. I can go mow yards again. I actually love mowing yards. I used to do that. We can do some firewood. I can do all kinds of stuff should something happen or my focuses need to change. And we'll make it. We're not going to be rich by no means, but we'll make it. Okay, so he says, Larry had one of his trailer he picked out for me on his way to the Paul Bunyan show in Ohio, dragged it all the way back home. So nice. Got the one with the log lift and the Honda 270. That's the High Boy. I think that's one of his real popular, more affordable models. Should be a great unit. As you can see, the steel is thick. Everything's American made, welded up good hydraulics. I think you're going to be happy with that machine, depending on, how many cords a year that you split there. But yeah, him and his wife are awesome, awesome people. Let's see what else we got going on here. Glenn said he's seen the frost and was jealous. Here's the problem. We didn't get a good enough frost to kill all these mosquitoes and gnats. When you get a light
still
frost,
around.
Oh, they're around. When you get a light frost, doesn't do nothing but maybe damage some plants and other stuff. I need like 2 20-degree days, heavy frost, and then we can knock back ticks and mosquitoes and everything else. Normally, once we get a few heavy frost, the mosquito season's done. Even here in Florida, like we don't see them again till spring. It's always nice. I look forward to that. So Alan says we need to put a light switch on the porch. Well, Alan, there's no need, but I have yet to finish setting it up. I actually got a Wi-Fi switch for the porch. I just need to go download the app. I've completely forgot about that and have it to where I can just hit the button and turn the lights on.
Oh yeah, very true.
Yeah, I just got to go find that box with the paperwork and the Wi-Fi setup instructions.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
Oh yeah.
It might be above the refrigerator, who knows?
Ain't no telling, or on top of the shop or somewhere else. After you get them building a house and all that stuff goes everywhere, you got to go dig it out and find it. But technically, I do have a light switch on the porch right here. I just got to get all that stuff going. Miss Lee, thank you so very much for an extremely generous donation there. Always so kind and generous. Thank you so much. Tiffany's wearing one of your, what do we call those things? Aprons. Yeah, I can't think straight. I was going to call it a bib. It's not a bib. I don't know what I'm thinking. So how's our outside motion and security lights working? Asked Wade. 0 issues, working perfectly. I can still control those with the phone, kick them off and on. I've got them on the timer where they come on a certain time every day. Not an issue. And I actually just put security cameras, motion lights, all that stuff out at the new. Are we going to start calling it the tree shed?
That's what you wanted to call it.
We've been looking for a name for the firewood barn. I was just going to call it the wood shed, which is so boring. And I forget who was said, instead of the she shed, as everybody calls a new building like that, let's call it the tree shed. I was like, that's kind of catchy. So we might start calling that the tree shed out there, where we'll do our sawmilling and firewood and stuff like that. But I just put security lights and cameras and stuff out there because as I park, more and more expensive equipment and stuff out there, I want to be able to watch it, even though it's like literally right there. Just makes me feel better at night. So Jason says, I hate to leave early. Wife wants to make me dinner for my birthday. Well, if you're still on here, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy dinner. If not, hopefully you enjoyed your birthday and dinner. Chuck says you need to stop copying us. We did Philly cheesesteaks for dinner tonight. Well, Chuck, I hate to tell you, you didn't invent the Philly cheesesteak. We're probably not the only two tonight cooking these things. How about a kilt? Nope. I don't. Oh,
No.
added kilt to Amazon cart. Says Shane. Shane, I sure don't need that showing up in the mail, buddy.
No.
You're wasting your money.
Oh yeah, big time.
Don't do that.
No, we're not doing that here.
Electric. We used to be. That was the last couple we're on. This whole area here is Tri-County Electric. But Swanee Valley is what we used to be on, and that's the one that we always lost power. Any windstorm or just afternoon thunderstorm, limbs always touching the limb or power lines, it seemed like. Joe says, I don't have the legs to pull off a kilt. You're exactly right.
Oh my.
I don't know how y'all are getting on these
I
subjects.
do not want that visual. No.
Oh, yeah, baby. All right.
We like to add banana peppers to our Phillies.
Not we, you, and I like to eat, so I eat whatever she puts in there.
You like them too.
Oh yeah, I do, but you said we. I'm not cooking that thing over there. I'm just eating. So I see relaxing times with Mav. Did jump on. I'm assuming that's Mav's wife, and I gave everybody an update earlier. Our thoughts and prayers are absolutely going out with you and Mav. Lee, I crushes me to hear. I read your email that you sent back to me, and absolutely crushes me to hear that. So Mr. Gray says firewood at the grocery store in Texas goes for $1 a stick. That's what it goes for here. You go to Tractor Supply or anywhere else, they'll have a bundle this big with about 7 sticks in it, and it's usually $8 to $9, which just blows my mind. I would be willing to offer twice that much for probably $5, and I would still be probably doubling my money over selling it, in a third of a cord to a cord. That's just crazy. But what you also got to factor in and why it costs so much is that stuff has to be kiln dried. It has to be shipped via semi, and then the stores got to mark it up, make their profit. So I understand why it costs what it does, but yeah, that's crazy amount of money for $8 for 7, 8 sticks of firewood. That's just great. If I can make $1 a stick here, oh man, yeah, all y'all would get is firewood splitting videos, and I'd get me that new diesel and everything else because I would be pumping that stuff out. But no, we get a fraction of that. See here. So Lauren says what some YouTubers have done is they've started a print screening business on the side. Yep. Making t-shirts and all. If we ever got to where we sold enough merchandise to justify it, we would look into that. But I'll be honest with you, we lose money on merchandise every single month. When you've got all the fees that you pay out to the multiple companies, print companies for your website that sits there, you still got to pay a fee. I don't think we've ever turned a profit but one single month. We offer it just because some people want it and request it. And it's just kind of part of being a channel. Now, some of these huge channels you're talking about, when they get a lot bigger than us, I totally understand why they're doing their own screen printing and all, because where we might make $2 or $3 a shirt, depending on where we price it at, those people might be making $10, $14 a shirt. There's that much of an improvement, but then they're also buying thousands of dollars in equipment, and they're shipping stuff out themselves to really kind of cut the middleman out. One day we may get there. Right now, we can't justify it at all. I need to turn up the camera. I don't let y'all get way too dark. And I'm noticing mosquitoes just showed up. But I do have thermocells ticking, so maybe they'll stay off of our ankles while we eat. Turn that up a little higher. Oops, sorry. Grab another question or two while Tiffany is finishing up supper. So Miss Lee said we should have a contest named the Woodshed. I don't know. I'm thinking I might stick with Tree Shed. What y'all think?
Yeah.
Or should we do a contest? Maybe we should do something.
Well, if you're still undecided, then that would be.
Yeah, I'd hate to do a
something we could
contest
do.
and then I'll be like, hey, I decided to stick with Tree Shed. Wouldn't be much of a fun contest, would it? I mean, Woodshed's pretty boring, but Tree Shed, which I think most people would get that, since she shed's such a funny, common thing that you hear said all the time. But some people probably be like, Tree Shed, that, I have no idea. Why would you call it that? So I'll think that over, Miss Lee. Thank you. So let's see here. Yeah. So Joe says when you buy it at the grocery store, it all has EPA, FDA approved. All, yeah. And speaking of that, I had a lot of people ask me would I be willing to ship or sell firewood. I would love to be able to do that. First of all, the shipping would eat you alive, but I'd love to be able to do specialty smoking and cooking woods. Here's the problem: you cannot ship wood across state lines due to risk of funguses and beetles and bad insects and things like that. You literally have to have an approved facility. You have to kiln dry it. You have to be stamped and approved. I guess it's by EPA or somebody before I can legally sell it. I bet that cost an insane amount of money for me to go through that process. Then I would have to probably buy a specialized kiln. It's just not worth it. Florida laws and rules say that I can sell it here in the state and I can even sell it 50 miles other side of the state line. That's where they like to cut it off because they don't want you to carry anything into an area that doesn't have your native bugs and everything else going on. Do I need to shut up? Yeah, you're
Oh,
showing that off.
no, I was waiting for
Let me
you.
get out of the way so it'll
All
focus.
right, so here's our Philly steak and cheese.
I
I
have
don't
to
know
hold
if
it
it's
back.
focusing, sorry.
It's not. You're gonna have to bring it
Okay.
back from the camera a little.
There we go. Is that a little bit better?
Maybe so. I think they know what a Philly looks like. All right, so I'll grab one more comment here, and then I guess we are going to wrap this thing up. We've been chatting about an hour, it looks like, which is our typical time. We're going to play fetch with the dogs. We're going to eat. We actually got time to play fetch now, just before it gets dark. Something we couldn't do whenever we was having these live streams at 7. Here comes both the dogs running. I think they're ready for
Oh, yeah, they're
snacks.
smelling the food.
Yeah, they think they're going to eat. The lumber laboratory, says Jennifer. I kind of like that too. Maybe we should do a.
Okay, well, let's do a contest then.
Maybe we should do a contest. Let me see how I can do this. How on earth can we do this? We'll give
It would
out
be
some,
fun.
yeah, we might should do that. And I guess if I pick tree shed, I got to go back and find that comment and go with whoever recommended it. And don't cheat. Don't say it was you because I can actually go back and see by timestamps when it was originally said. All right, so maybe we will do a contest. Let me figure out how I want to do that. This would be kind of fun. Be some pretty cool names. We'll give out some merch or do something fun for the winner that we pick. Actually, me and Mr. Larry were talking about that for his log splitter. He may want to design a new sticker or do a name, and he was like, "Man, you should really get your viewers involved. It'd be kind of fun. Maybe we can do a contest there."
Cool.
So if he still wants to do that, we may run a couple of contests like this and just have fun with it and pick some names for equipment and for our shed out there. So I'll probably announce it in an upcoming video, the little rules and where I want you to post it. So I'm not having to go all over the place to try to find your comments. We'll try to get them probably on a single video. I'll go through and read all of them. We'll pick a winner and we'll send something out to you. I don't know why the focus is so bad in on that camera. I might have accidentally turned off autofocus. All right. So yep, I guess we're gonna jump off. So Steve says 5 p.m. or 5:30 new start time. 5 p.m.
Yes.
So for the rest of winter, all the way into spring, live streams are 5 p.m. on Sundays, unless we announce. We're probably gonna have to cancel some coming up over the next month or so because you got Thanksgiving and Christmas, but we're always gonna try to make them 5 p.m. on Sunday. And then whenever we spring forward next year, whenever the heck that is, April or sometime, March. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, well, it don't matter right
yeah,
now. So far away. We'll go back to 7 then because it fits the summertime and the sun being out so late. So y'all don't forget, lots of people are in here needing lots of prayers. I know a lot of y'all are praying for people. A lot of y'all are physically reaching out and seeing people and emailing people and everything else. A lot of y'all become friends. Don't forget, we got the family shirt because of this, because of people really building this awesome family community that we have here. We love and appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for spending time on the live stream with us. You Sunday afternoon, everybody that supported us to this point to be able to do this kind of crazy social media thing for a partial living, full-time living right here. We're going to try to get her there. It means the world to us.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
we appreciate y'all's support so much. So good night. God bless. We'll catch you on the next live stream. Y'all take care. See ya.
Good night.